All right, everybody. I think summer's gone. We got a lot of frost and some ice everywhere all over the job site, so hoping the sun's gonna melt everything away and I can get to work in here. I'm actually gonna start working right now, but before I do, I wanted to do a quick review of the boots I bought. And looking around, and when I was looking at buying these, there was no reviews online or on YouTube. So I figured I'd do a quick review on the Drews logger boots. They're the 10-inch logger. They're the ones that are $350, so they're a lot cheaper than the Made in America boots. These are made in Mexico, which is fine by me as long as they're not made in China. I think overall this is a pretty good boot, as you can see. So I use these boots a lot for clearing land. A lot of saw work with the boots, and then also dirt work, concrete work. I did a lot of framing initially with these boots, but I ended up going back to my Red Wings just for this kind of stuff right here, climbing and walking the plates. And the biggest problem I had with these boots is how they curl. So these boots really curl. So when you're like kind of working on your hands and knees, you know, with the way this boot kind of wants to curl up, I have been having a lot of pain in my toes because these toes get really crowded on these boots when you're crouching down. I'm not sure if it's a size thing. Maybe it is a size thing. Maybe I need to size up a little bit. But regardless, with these leather soles, I think they just kill my toes. I lost feeling in my toes I still kind of have tingling in my toes, but for a couple of weeks. So that's the only time I'd say these boots had hurt my feet. But what I do like about them is how thick these soles are right here. This heel, the way this heel is, and the way it kind of pushes your foot forward, it really helps my posture. And there's a lot of buildup in the boot right here, so it's kind of like this built-in arch support. So my feet and my back and my ankles have never felt better. These are definitely the best boots. If you're standing up and working all day, these boots, there's nothing better, for me at least, on these boots. I do like the rough out. It's really strong. These boots, I mean, look how thick this leather is. These boots are made so well. They've held up. I've used them for probably 3 months and used them really hard. So they're really durable boots. The craftsmanship, the workmanship on these boots, I mean, maybe a little bit of separation right here after I was kicking a lot of stuff with it, but I mean, you would be really hard pressed to find a boot that's built stronger than these. So would I recommend the boots? I absolutely would. In fact, anytime I'm not kind of doing any work that's going to require a lot of bending in the toe, I'm going to use these boots. I do have a boot stretcher, and it doesn't really stretch the boot, but what it does is it takes this curl out. So a lot of times before I wear these boots, I'll use a boot stretcher because for some reason they hurt my toe. And if anyone has any advice, or if this has happened to anybody else too, please let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to figure out how to make these boots work for me for 100% of what I do. These boots definitely, my feet, they don't hurt at the end of the day. How much leather is in these boots, you can't really see down in there, but how much leather is in these boots and in the soles, it forms to my feet. And it is definitely by far the best and most rugged boot I've ever bought. I do wear like the Hikes and the Pro Warringtons at work too, but that's a firefighting boot, and that's a little bit different than on the job site for when I'm working on the job site. But I think those boots are really good too. But if you're putting quality up, and as far as like a wildland firefighting boot or a logging boot or just a work boot like what I'm using it for, I would definitely recommend these boots. Just with one cautionary thing is these toes are definitely crowded, and it might just be a size thing for me. It's not, you can try these boots on unless you live in, I think they're out of Oregon. Unless you live in Oregon, you can't really try these boots on. So you can take a tracing of your feet, and they'll build they'll build it according to the tracing. But it was kind of a gamble when I first put these boots on. They fit perfect. I did have to break them in after about, I don't know, 40 to 80 hours. These boots were broken in pretty well, and they were definitely a good boot. And he likes them too, apparently. Anyway, if you guys have any similar experiences, if you do have these boots, please let me know in the comments what you think. I do think the $350 boot is more than adequate. You don't probably have to spend the $550 for a wildland boot. I work with a lot of wildland firefighters that deploy with boots like these, and yeah, they definitely compare just as good as the other ones. If you wanna buy a pair of boots that doesn't break the bank, this is definitely a good option. Anyway, please let me know what you think about these boots, or if you have the similar experiences. But I definitely highly recommend these boots. Thanks for watching.